What happens when one of America's most loved sitcom stars faces off with one of daytime television's most outspoken hosts? The tension in the studio was so thick you could almost touch it. Lisa Kudrow, who entertained us for 10 years as Phoebe Buffet, found herself in a confrontation nobody expected. When Joy Behar pushed a bit too hard, the gloves came off, and what happened next left everyone speechless. Before we get into the details, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about what you think really went down, because this was unlike any daytime TV moment we've seen. The morning began like any other at the View studio. The panel was ready, cameras were rolling, and Lisa had joined to promote her new project. What should have been a standard interview quickly became intense as the conversation shifted from entertainment to deeper matters. Joy leaned forward with her usual intensity. "I need to ask about something that's been bothering me. You've been quiet on major issues affecting working mothers in Hollywood. Is that silence intentional?" Lisa's smile wavered briefly, but she stayed composed. "Joy, I wouldn't call it silence. There are many ways to support causes without making big public statements about everything," Joy pressed, her tone sharper. "But don't you think someone with your platform has a responsibility to speak out? You made millions playing a character that honestly wasn't exactly the brightest, and now you have a chance to use your voice for something meaningful." The mention of Phoebe hit like a bolt. The room shifted instantly. The co-hosts exchanged uneasy looks, and Lisa's face hardened. "Excuse me," she said, her voice calm but edged. "There's a difference between my character and my personal values." Joy didn't back down. "I'm not attacking personally, but playing a ditzy character for a decade may create expectations about who you are." "Ditzy?" Lisa repeated slowly, disbelief clear in her voice. "Phoebe was eccentric, yes, but also wise, loyal, and emotionally intelligent." Tension rose fast. What started as a simple question became personal. "Come on, Lisa," Joy said, waving a hand. She was comic relief, the quirky one. "Are you saying Phoebe was some kind of genius?" Lisa's jaw tightened. "Joy, you missed the nuances of the character in the show. After 10 seasons, to dismiss someone who represented authenticity and honesty, it's surprising coming from you." "Oh, please," Joy rolled her eyes. "Friends wasn't a feminist manifesto. It was a show about privileged people, and your character was there for laughs with weird songs and odd observations." Other co-hosts tried to intervene, but the conversation moved too fast. Lisa took a deep breath, her voice steady but charged. "Joy, reducing any character to a stereotype shows a misunderstanding of storytelling. Dismissing the joy and laughter brought to people is disappointing from someone in your position." "I'm not dismissing," Joy said defensively. "But maybe those with massive success should use their voice for something more than entertainment," Lisa repeated slowly, anger now in her tone. "More than entertainment? So the work I've done, the happiness I've given, the representation I provided for women outside conventional norms, that's not substantial enough?" The studio went silent. Everyone sensed the conversation had crossed a line. Joy tried to push again. "Lisa, there's a difference between entertaining and making a real difference." Lisa finally cracked. She leaned forward, eyes on Joy. "Making a difference isn't just about lectures. Sometimes it's helping someone get through their worst day with 22 minutes of laughter. I've received thousands of letters saying Phoebe helped them through depression, loss, or feeling lost. Before dismissing my work, maybe your idea of making a difference is too narrow." The tension escalated. This constant need to dismiss comedy as less valuable than politics divides women. "You're saying unless I'm angry and confrontational, my contributions don't matter." Joy's face reddened. "I never said that. Celebrities should speak out about injustice." "Moral obligation?" Lisa asked incredulously. "According to who, you? You're telling me focusing on my craft makes me morally deficient?" Joy protested, but Lisa pressed on. "Exactly what you said. You suggested my silence is intentional. Implied Phoebe was unintelligent, missing that she was emotionally smart." Sunny Host tried to step in, but Joy interrupted. "Lisa, I think you're being sensitive." It was a light-hearted comment. Lisa laughed, not kindly. "Joy, you just told me my work isn't substantial and implied moral failing. How is that light-hearted?" Joy gestured dramatically. We're talking about responsibility and influence, and you focus on a role from 20 years ago. Lisa's voice dropped dangerously quiet. Friends ended in 2004. Teens today still find comfort in these characters. Joy waved dismissively. It's just a sitcom about attractive people with unrealistic problems. That was the breaking point. Lisa stood her ground. Joy, I'm done. You invited me to promote my project, but spent the time belittling my work and questioning my values. The room was silent. Whoopi tried to calm things. Maybe we all got a little heated. No, Lisa said, eyes on Joy. Joy was judgmental and cruel. I don't have to take it. Joy leaned back. Lisa, you're overreacting. It was a discussion about responsibility. Lisa's smile was sharp. Overreacting? You've built a career on controversy at the expense of guests. You attack life choices to get reactions. That's overreacting. Joy was speechless. Lisa picked up her purse. I used to respect you, Joy. But today, you weren't fighting for anything. You were cruel, Whoopi spoke. Lisa, please don't leave. Lisa shook her head. I can't. Joy made it clear what she thinks of me and my work. I won't pretend it's okay, Joy defended herself weakly. I was trying to have a meaningful conversation. Lisa stopped walking. If attacking guests' character and choices is meaningful, maybe you need to rethink what meaningful means. She paused at the edge of the set. You spent this conversation saying I should use my platform. Congratulations. You gave me a chance to show what standing up for yourself looks like. With that, Lisa Kudrow walked off, leaving one of the most shocking moments in daytime TV history. The studio was silent. Joy sat frozen, face cycling through anger, confusion, and regret. Whoopi shook her head. Sarah and Sunny looked like they had witnessed a crash. Cameras rolled, capturing every reaction. Joy whispered, I never meant it to go that far. Whoopi asked, What were you thinking? Lisa came to talk about her project, and you made it about moral judgment, Joy admitted weakly. I was trying to have a substantive conversation. Realizing how hollow it sounded, Sarah repeated, Substantive? You dismissed her career, questioned her intelligence, called her a prima donna. How is that substantive? Sunny spoke carefully. We have to acknowledge this went beyond normal interview boundaries. Lisa Kudrow deserved better. Joy looked at her co-hosts, realizing she had lost them. Whoopi said firmly, There are no sides. What happened was wrong. You pushed until you broke something that didn't need breaking. Joy whispered, confused. I thought I was asking hard questions, Sarah added silently. She's promoting a project, not running for office. You treated her like she committed a crime. Whoopi looked at the camera. We need a break. We owe Lisa Kudrow a real apology. As the show cut to commercial, Joy remained seated. The audience murmured. Phones came out. Everyone tried to process how a simple interview turned into a public confrontation. Production assistants approached. One said softly, Lisa Kudrow helped me through tough times. Her work made a difference. Joy realized, for the first time, the impact of her actions. Lisa's words echoed. Sometimes the most powerful way to make a difference is to stand up for yourself when someone tries to tear you down. This was how Lisa Kudrow left The View, turning a routine interview into a lesson in self-respect.